Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I've got this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading. Okay, sorry I'm on a different camera today. My other usual camera has decided not to play, but we had ordered one 2 weeks ago, which should be here any day. So sorry if the visual quality isn't there. All right, we're going to the board now and we're going to pick these cards. So 5 cards, just pick a number now between 1 and 5 and we'll see what comes out. So the first thing we're doing is card number 1 and I'm closing my eyes. I see hibiscus, the flower, and there's all different sorts of, tangerines, yellows, even white with some pink. Beautiful hibiscus flowers. I'm thinking of happiness, contentment, fun, fun in the sun, and just a sort of relaxed holiday type atmosphere. So it would be great if you could get out and about and maybe socialise or have some fun. Or even if, you want to plant some seedlings, hibiscus or some flowers or something like that would be also good. The card that comes up for you is the 9 of Cups, okay? All about your hopes and dreams. Send them out into the universe. Keep it positive, keep it upbeat. The universe hears all. Whatever you're thinking, every vibration, the universe is getting it all. So it may take a bit of time to manifest, but if you, stay on that and do what is necessary to make your dreams come true. You see she's got red legs here. Action is needed. You need to be practical and down to earth. You need to be in touch with your subconscious, but being practical is really important. Listening to your intuition and being very consistent and positive is also important as you work on your dreams, manifesting your dreams. It is possible. Might not happen overnight, but it will happen. Okay, number 1. Number 2, card number 2. What do I see for you? Okay, this is interesting. It's like cutting out a pattern, okay, for sewing. I don't know if you did this in school, did sewing and you had to cut out patterns, but this is a bit different. It's got 2 little wheels, like sharp wheels, and so it cuts 2 patterns at once. And so you might be changing your life in some way so that you're making new patterns for yourself. It's not just one pattern that you're making, it's several patterns, okay? So new belief systems are actively being made, which is good news, I think. Let's see what card we get. The card that comes out is the Hierophant card. It's all about your knowledge and wisdom. See here, the Book of Life. When we incarnate to the planet, we all have a book of life. Some of the pages can be blank and we can fill them in as we decide. Other pages can be erased. I've seen that many times in my dreams where I've gone to bed and dreamt that I've got the book. And as I open the page, all the writing, which is often in symbols, so I can't read it anyway because it's in some foreign symbols and things, but they all sort of erase by themselves and I'm just watching them erase off the page, disappear off the page. So you're building new patterns of belief here. And it might be through your knowledge, okay? You might be keen to learn new things, whether that's formalised study in a college or university or something like that, or whether it's investigating and researching off your own bat. The thing is, you notice 2 quick keys here. I believe one is wisdom because we need the wisdom to best apply the knowledge. If we don't have wisdom, and there's no point in having knowledge for knowledge's sake, we could actually get into worse trouble. And use that knowledge in the wrong way. So we need wisdom to know how to best use that knowledge. Okay, so it's a major arcana card. It is literally life-changing. And the other thing to note about it is she's dressed all in red. So there's a fair bit of action that is required. Again, it's a bit like the 9 of Cups in that just hoping and dreaming isn't going to do it. We need to take some physical sort of action, okay? Major Arcana card, the effects of which could last for some considerable time, at least months, maybe even years. Alrighty, so now card number 3, opening this white door in front of me. White's often to do with spirit, and it's a huge door. It's very, very tall. It's quite heavy, but it does swing, okay, and I'm swinging it way open. There's a lot of books inside here as well. I'm going upstairs, and there's a light at the end, thank God. As I traverse these stairs, a lot of them. So this is about raising your consciousness. Open the door to your spirituality and raise your consciousness to a higher level. There's a white phone. Interestingly, in the old days, I'm talking about 1970s, here there was a phone called an Ericaphone. I'm picking up a white Ericaphone and talking to someone. So communication's coming to me in maybe in an old-fashioned way, okay? So it might be something going back to, you know, when I was this age and I was, you know, a young woman, or, you know, maybe not that young, but I was, yeah, youngish. Anything under 50 is young, isn't it? Maybe there's something. Now there's a sail in the sky, so blue sky thinking, a few white powdery clouds here, powder puff clouds, but the sky is the limit, you know, and it's like just because whatever age you are doesn't really matter. You can still actually, you know, you can do more things than when you were in your 20s or 30s perhaps, because you've got more wisdom as you age, okay? So maybe going back to earlier times in your life. Sometimes, you know, as you get old, you might feel tired, or, you know, there's health problems, or, you know, all those things. But I feel it's like new energy coming in, new vitality coming in. And where's that card? That one is the one I want. The card that comes out for number 3 is the 8 of Pentacles. It's about your work, and it could even be new work, and it's got a spiritual leaning, or there's a spiritual underpinning to the work that you do. It's quite creative work, but there's action here. See the red legs again, taking action and being suitably compensated or rewarded, recompensed for the really creative spiritual work that you do. Okay, some communications here as well in this bright blue shirt that she's wearing. But this is good for your finances. But again, it's not money for money's sake. It's like doing a good job because your heart is in it and it feels very creative. Okay, that's number 3. Number 3. Now we're going to number 4. Number 4, what do I see for you? Gold medals here. Number 1, you come first. Okay, so maybe don't allow people to walk all over you because you're coming first. You've got the red ribbon with the gold medallion here. So number 1, you're number 1 at the moment. Okay, the card that comes out is the Magician card, a major arcana card, which is life-changing over the next few months or maybe even longer. Action to be taken. You can manifest your heart's desires here on earth. See, we've got the infinity sign here. It's all happening in spirit. A lot of red roses, a lot of green leaves. So, you know, love is on the cards if that's what you're looking for. But action needs to be taken. Bring it down to earth. So this is all about bringing the spiritual energy down to earth and physically manifesting your heart's desires. You can do it. There we go. That's number 4. Number 4. And finally to number 5, the last card. Number 5, what do I see? A pyramid here with a star above a pyramid, which is a bit unusual. I'm looking at the firmament. And like I'm looking down to this pyramid and the star above the pyramid and the night sky then. And it's shades of blue that I'm seeing. And this is a lot of spiritual energy coming in, a lot of intuition and messages from spirit coming down, and the energy opening your chakras, and now I see wheels turning. Okay, so you could be more active, you might have more energy. I don't know which chakras it is that are being opened, but I know at least some of them are. And actually I can see the star shining into the top of the pyramid, and so this suggests it could be your crown chakra that is opening up. If you're new here and you haven't been following a spiritual life very much, or looking into spirit and it's relatively new to you, it might seem quite astounding that we even have chakras, but we do. Believe me, I've seen them, I would say, thousands of times, literally thousands of times. And so the crown chakra, all about receiving spiritual energy. This is good news, okay? Pay attention to what is going on in those little subtle flashes you may have in the daytime, but especially when you jump into bed at night or have a lay down, calm yourself down. You never know what you might see. The card that comes out for you, number 5, is alive, is the King of Cups. Okay, this is a fabulous energy, being in touch with your emotions. See, he's wearing this indigo colour. There's some degree of clairvoyance probably here. Indigo is the colour of the third eye here. Gold around his throat, very high quality messages. The sun in the background, the ocean in the background, and he's seated on the ground here. Again, practical, down to earth, seated on a shell, and the ocean here, in touch with his subconscious. This is often a man or a postmenopausal woman who has a lot of experience, who understands life, has been around the traps, as we say in Australia. Been around the traps, that's in the bush. So in the 1930s, when there was the Great Depression, a lot of people didn't have any food, and so they would go out catching rabbits, especially in the country towns, and they go and check the traps, okay, and they were looking for rabbits. And Australia had a big rabbit problem, and so there would often, the rabbits kept people alive. That's the truth of it. So this is someone who understands hardship because they've been there, but they've come out the other side of that, and now things are doing, much better. It's often a very honest, noble, generous, kind soul who, through experience, will often reach out and help other people. Okay, you may meet someone like this, or you might see somebody who needs some help, and you can actually help them out. Okay, so that's this week's cards. We've got the Magician and the Hierophant, so that's pretty well normal. 2 major arcanas and a royal card. We've got Pentacles and Cups as well. So a pretty normal week coming for many people. Okay, I don't see any great upsets for the collective in this week's cards. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now. Leave a like and a comment would be fabulous, and subscribe to be alive. Okay, thank you. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.